Hey friends, Donovan here with Springfield Music. Some of you may know me, some of you may not, but I'm the vice president here at Springfield Music, and I spend most of my time inside this office, sadly. So if you don't recognize me from your favorite music store here, then don't feel bad. I don't get out as much as I should. They don't let me out. And after you listen to this video and listen to the playing on the video, you understand why they don't let me out of the office that much. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you about just a cool product from Taylor Guitars. This is their Taylor Solidbody guitar. Most of you will know Taylor from being one of the top names in high-end guitars. And a couple of years ago, they started experimenting with the T5, which was sort of a hybrid between electric and acoustic guitars. And then came the T3, which was sort of like a solid body semi acoustic electric, semi hollow body electric. Sorry, I don't know why the phone paging is knocking me off my game here. And then anyways, a couple years ago they came up with the solid body, which is a true electric guitar. I say that solid body, of course, it does have some chambers and stuff like some of the great Les Pauls and things like that. But I want to tell you just a little bit about it, and then I've recorded a couple clips playing through it, so you've been warned. But let's talk about a few things with this thing that's pretty cool. And I think one of the first things that stands out, of course, is that the shape and design is a little different. And what we see is we get some contours here in this body, and we also have binding, which is not something that we normally see. But those wizards at Taylor Guitars have figured out how to do it. The other thing that Taylor's kind of famous for is their necks and their neck profile, and probably more importantly, their neck attachment system. And this is just really stinking genius. It's basically the NT neck, the Taylor NT neck on an electric, which allows a single bolt to be in there to take the neck on and off, which gives you a really, really fast and smooth heel, almost like having a neck through. It's quite remarkable. But I think the single biggest thing that's the absolute coolest about these guitars are the pickups. And the thing with the pickups is that, number one, they're all tailored designs made in-house, and they're not just like cheap off-brand pickups, not which of course you wouldn't expect in a Taylor. But I think the coolest thing about it is that they come with these loaded pick guards available, and with these pick guards, you can just take out these screws here. I'm going to see if I can find some pictures of this later, and I'll add it into this video. And there's just a simple pin connection, just like a computer Molex connector. You unplug those, the pick guard comes out. You put in a new pick guard that'll have a different pickup configuration. You've got humbuckers, mini humbuckers. So you could do dual humbuckers. You could do dual mini humbuckers. You could do Alnico humbuckers. You can there's all kinds of stuff. You can do hum single. You can do 3 single coils. I mean, there's tons of configurations. You can go to the Taylor Build a Guitar website and check it out. But so essentially, and those things are real affordable. They're about $200. Those loaded pick guards are, and so essentially for $200, you can have a totally different guitar every time you swap out the pick guard. Same neck and same body, but tonally the guitar will change drastically with those. It's really slick. So and your pickup options, they're gonna have humbuckers, the mini humbuckers like I talked about. They also have a high gain and a high definition pickup. The high gain is basically, it's a full size humbucking pickup, but it's a little darker and warmer. And their high definition pickup is their original like hi-fi design when they first came out with this guitar. They've got the vintage Alnico style, and then they've got the single coils as well. So I mean, that's pretty ridiculous for all those things to for $200. I mean, that's pretty nuts. The other cool thing is their bridge. It's something they completely make. It's not something that's bought elsewhere. It's all aluminum, which means it's lightweight, doesn't add too much mass back here at the back. It's very ergonomic. It's easy to adjust, and it just looks awesome. I mean, that bridge just looks killer. All the adjustment screws are in the back, so it's a nice looking bridge that's comfortable to play with, which is nice. I think one of the other cool things is this tone control is wild. the first about 2/3 of the rotation of the tone control operate just like a normal tone control would. But then when you get into the final third, it starts peaking the mids. And it's almost like when if you play through a wah pedal that's kind of in like the halfway position, it's like that. And but it's on board on the guitar, so it's pretty ridiculous. And other than that, it's an amazing USA made electric guitar. They make them in several different models. They make it in like a what they call a classic, which is like painted finishes and a little more affordable. And they make it in the standard, which has these these really exotic tops on there and stuff like that. You can get them in this double cutaway body shape. You can get them in a single cutaway body shape, which some people might say resembles a famous guitar that whose initials start with LP. So several different options for that. And all in all, really just an awesome guitar that's really pretty affordable. I mean, this guitar currently, I think we've got it priced at around $2,000. When you consider the exotic top and the pickups and all the other stuff in there, it's pretty good price. So, and the standards are cheaper than that. I want to say they're $1,300-$1,400, something like that. You'd think I would know this stuff, but when you live in this hole of an office, you don't get out to actually see stuff like that. So, anyway, I've got a couple of clips of the guitar, so you'll be able to hear kind of what it sounds like. And if you got any thoughts or ideas or questions or whatever, feel free to comment or shoot them my way. And otherwise, we just appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.